Hello everyone, welcome to Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. I am Suparnababu. Today in this video, I am going to explain about what is Data Wrangler in Microsoft Fabric. Now here if you see, today's topic is Data Wrangler in Microsoft Fabric and a no-code approach to faster data prep. So what is Data Wrangler and how we can prepare the data with a no code or low code approach in faster way. That's how today we are going to see. So before jumping into the practicals, so let's understand what is this Data Wrangler. So let me jump over to the Microsoft documentation. Here if you see, Data Wrangler accelerate your data preparation workflow by providing an immersive visual interface for exploratory data analysis. See here what they mentioned, immersive visual interface for exploratory data analysis. Okay, this is where they mentioned. So I will provide this link in this video description. Just you can please go through this. So now let's go and start working on it. So now if I jump here, so this is my Microsoft Fabric environment. So here, two mandatory things for this exercise. So you should have Fabric trial activated, and the second one is you should have minimum basic Python knowledge, because by using the Python language, now we are going to do this exercise. First, let's go and create a workspace. So let me create a workspace. So this data wrangling workspace, and so this is not assigned, so let me put day wrangling. Okay, DAW workspace. Scroll down and let's select Fabric trial and click on apply. The moment I click on apply, now it is starting it's creating a workspace. Okay, fine. Now as per our architecture diagram, what are the components we need? One is the Lakehouse and the another one is notebook. So first what we can do, we will create a Lakehouse. So click on new item, and here if you see, all the workloads are there. From this, let me select Lakehouse. Okay, so in this Lakehouse, so let me select this data wrangling underscore Lakehouse. For this demo, schema is not required, so that's why I'm unchecking the tick box. Let's click on create. Okay, now it's creating a Lakehouse for me. What is the Lakehouse name? DW underscore LH. LH stands for Lakehouse. So let's wait some time. So our data wrangling Lakehouse created. Data wrangling Lakehouse created. So if you are seeing Lakehouse user interface for the first time, this is how it will look like, and there is a separate play series for what is this Lakehouse, how it is helpful. I explained each and every component in the Lakehouse in a separate play series. If you haven't watched that video, I would request you please go back and watch that Lakehouse complete tutorial. So now the second thing is we need to upload CSV files. Okay, so let me upload the CSV files in the file section. So click on this horizontal ellipsis, go to the upload, select upload files. Now select this folder symbol. Once if you select folder symbol, it will open your local machine window. So from here, so I'll take electronic store data for this analysis. Okay, now click on apply. So it's uploaded successfully. Let's close this and let's refresh this. This is refresh button. Click on this refresh. Once if you click on this refresh, if you click on the files, now here you can see the data is uploaded here. Okay, so let's see the data preview. For that you need to click on this. Once if I click on this, now this is the preview of data. It's in a CSV format, but if we see it is that much not great in terms of the previewing the data, because still it is in the preview mode. Still it is in the preview mode. Fine. Now let's go to the files. So now I uploaded a CSV file. Now next what we can do, as per the architecture diagram, we need to create a notebook. So how do I do that? Just simple. Click on this open notebook drop down. If you have existing notebook, you can select the existing notebook by clicking this, or else if you are first time creating, so click on new notebook. Once if I click on new notebook, now it will create a notebook for me, attaching this Lakehouse with that notebook. Attaching this Lakehouse with that notebook. Okay, fine. Now this notebook was created. So what is meant by notebook means, so notebook is a place where you can write the code cell by cell, where you can write the code cell by cell. Okay, now here let me expand this under the file section. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing here. So if you would like to run notebook, you need to connect with that cluster. So if you are not connected, it won't work. Okay, so and now let's see what are the languages supported in this Fabric notebook. If I click on drop down, see here under the Spark we have PySpark, Spark Scala, and Spark SQL, Spark R, and under the Python we have only one Python. Under the TSQL we have SQL, but for this demo we are going with the Python. So let's select Python. After selecting this, so if you would like to run any code, prior to that you need to connect this session with the cluster. So just click on the connect. Once if you click on the connect, now here if you see starting the session, here if you at the bottom starting the session, so started session in 6 seconds. See, now it is connected, green color circle box. Okay, fine. Now first what we will do, so first for filling that electronic store data here, we need to write a couple of lines of code. It's very simple. Just simply import pandas as pd df equal to pd dot read underscore csv. Why csv? It is a csv file, and open the bracket. So in this bracket we need to pass this path. How we get the path? Just click on this horizontal ellipsis, copy, not ABFS path, copy file API path, and put a double quotes, and inside the double quotes paste that. Okay, so now here if you see Lakehouse default file section, this electronic store data CSV is there. Now let's collapse this. So once if it is run, now let me write display of df. It means it will, after executing the second line, it will display the data. Okay, it will display the data. Fine. Now let me click on this, let me run this cell. How you run? Say, gee, this is the button. On top of this button you need to click. Okay, let me click on this. See, once if I click on this, now it will take I think around 7 to 10 seconds of time. Why? Because this is first cell we are running. Obviously it will take some time. So it needs to import the package, it needs to read the data, and it will display the data. See, approximately it took 14 seconds. Okay, fine. Now let's see. Okay, what are the data available here? Order ID. Okay, order date. Here see, actually order date should be in the date data type, but it is in the text data type. So we can do this. Then region, city, country. Oh, I am surprising. So here client has given region, city, country in the one column. So we need to split this column. For my analysis, we need to split this into the 3 columns. This also we can do it later. Okay, fine. Let me scroll this side. Channel, promotion name, product name, manufacturer. And there is one more data cleaning required. Category and subcategory concatenated here. If you see, it is concatenated with some hyphen. Okay. If I scroll to this, unit cost, price, order quantity, row ID. Okay, here we don't have the sales and profit. So it means that we need to create some calculated columns also here. Okay, fine, that's fine. So now we created the Lakehouse, uploaded the CSV file, created the notebook. Now the very important thing, and actual this video topic is Data Wrangler. So where you can find the Data Wrangler? Very simple. Here if you see, this is Data Wrangler. It is telling that easily explore and transform your data using common operations, generating code in real time. Okay, let's see. Let's click on this drop down. The moment I click on drop down, so what it will do, Data Wrangler internally, it will search in this notebook what are the data frames available. So under the pandas data frame, pandas data frame is nothing but your Python data frame, and Spark data frame. See here it is telling that no Spark data frames found. Okay, fine. Now if you see here, choose custom sample, and here it will by default select the first 5000 rows, or else if you do like to change the rows, if you would like to increase or decrease the rows, click on this, and here you can increase or decrease, or else you can select first, last, or random rows also. But for now I'll go with the default one. Again, let me click on here, and now let's select this data frame. Now it's open the Data Wrangler user interface. Now let me explain you each and every tab of this Data Wrangler user interface. First, let's start with summary. See, summary is nothing but here you will get the data shape, how many rows and how many columns are there, and as well as how many columns are there. How many rows are there? 3047. Is there any missing values? No. Is there any duplicate rows? No. And missing value is 0. See, here you will get all the summary details about your data frame here. Okay, this is about summary. Now let's go to this data view. So here if you see, let's say for example order ID, distinct values this much, all are distinct values, because for each order it will generate a unique ID. Okay, then order date. See, order date we have 3047 distinct values and all are 100%. So here the data type is object. It means it's a text data type. Let me scroll to this right side, and here region, city, country. Okay, fine. And channel. See, channel, if you see, store is 66%, online is 16%, reseller is 12%, and other is 66%. And distinct values 4. Why? Because we have only these 4 values. Okay. So promotion name, like this you will get all the column level statistics in this table view. In this table view you will get the column level statistics. I think when I am explaining, you all are if you are working as a Power BI developer, you are remembering one component in Power BI. What is that? That is none other than Power Query Editor. You will get the similar kind of statistics in Power Query Editor also. Okay, fine. This is table view. Now if I come to the operations, here you will get what all operations does it support to this data cleansing activity. Here if you see AI enrichments, find and replace, see, drop duplicates, drop missing values, fill missing values, like this. Format functions, we have capitalize first character, and formulas you have create custom formula, and numeric we have round down, round up. Okay, and schemas, change column type, clone column, and sort and filter, and a part of this we have this custom operations. And so it's just whatever the operations we need to perform, that operations from here you will get it. Fine. Now let's go to this cleaning steps. See, whenever we are going to apply any transformations, so the transformations, every transformation is recorded in this cleaning steps tab. If you remember, in Power BI desktop also we have a Power Query Editor. On the right side of your screen, applied steps option there. But just they shifted from here to here in Data Wrangler, just they mentioned it is a cleaning steps, that's all. And whatever the cleaning steps we are performing in this code generation cell, associated Python code automatically it will generate. If your operation is valid one, if your operation is invalid, then it will throw error here. It will throw error here. Fine. This is all about Data Wrangler user interface. Okay, fine. Now let's start exploring this. So what is our first task? We need to change the data type. How we can change the data type? Click on this schema. Here if you see change column type, just under the schema, click on this change column type. So now we need to pass the target column. This is mandatory field. See, this star mark means mandatory field. So let's click on this drop down. What is our column? Order date. Okay. So once if I select, now actually currently it is in the object. Now I would like to change this to date data type. Let's see, is there any date? See, we don't have the date data type. So for now, let me select date time. The moment I select date time, it is loading the operation preview. See, now please listen carefully here. See, if I on horizontal, this column is going to removed, column removed. That's why it is in the rectangle box and in minus. And if I on over here, it is column added. This is plus symbol. And it is in the light red color. It is in the green color, light green color. See, here you are observing this is object data type. Now it is changed to the date time data type. So, and the applied step, I mean cleaning step also recorded here. Associated code also generated here. See, associated code also generated here along with the comment, Now click on apply. Now once if I click on apply, so it is applied. So where is that? Now here if you see, now this is done. Now let's go and split this column, because client has given 3 values in a single column, but for our analysis we need to split this into 3 columns. Okay, for that what we will do, go to the format. Under the format, here we have the split text option. Just click on this split text. Now first the mandatory thing is we need to select the column. Select this drop down. Now here I am going to highlight one thing. See how brilliant this Data Wrangler and this Microsoft Fabric is. The moment I click on this drop down, some fields are grayed out. Why? Any reason? Yes. Why? Because for the split text, it will support to only categorical data types. I would say text data types. See, these all are numerical data types and date data type. That's why it is not supporting for splitting the text. That's why it is fade out. Okay, fine. Now let's select region, country. Okay. Then the next mandatory thing is delimiter. What is the delimiter here? Comma. Here if you see in between Europe and Moscow, we have a comma. Let's provide the comma. Once if I provide the comma, see now automatically first thing is here it is generated the code, and here so it is highlighted the columns. This is the one column is going to remove, this is the 3 columns is going to add. So now you may have this, why here is the 0. See, 0 means they mentioned here clearly maximum number of splits, use 0 for no limit. Let's say I would like to limit my split to 1. Let me put 1 here. Let's wait what it will happen. Now here if see, for the first occurrence only it is splitted. See, it is splitted till Europe, and Moscow and Russia is still in the same column. Okay, so this is how where you can control this splitting. But for now, let's go with the default option 0. Now it is splitted perfectly, but there is a wrong here. What is the wrong? Yes, you are correct. Still the column name is same. The column name not splitted, but just we are splitting the values here. We are not splitting the column headers. That we can do it later. For now, everything is ready. Let's click on apply. Okay, fine. Now what is our next task? We need to rename the column headers. How I can do that? We can go here, go to the schema. Under schema, we have a option called rename column. Just click on this rename column. Select this region, country 0. First rename this as a region. See here the associated code generated, rename by using the rename function. Let's click on apply. And here also highlighted the removing column and adding column. Okay, let's click apply. So in the same way, let me quickly rename the remaining 2 columns. Let me select rename column. Let me select second one. Now this is city, and let me apply. Fine. Now the third one is this one. Now this country. This is country. Okay. Now let's click on apply. Now it is perfectly completed. Region, city, country. Okay, fine. Now let's scroll to the right side. Promotion name is fine. Here promotion name, it's in the all in the small letters. Okay, all in the small letters. I would like to see this in the camel case. So for that, what we will do, go to the format. So capitalize the first character. Let's say the capitalize first character. Let me select the which column? Promotion name. Okay, let me select this. So here, what is it? Just it is doing the capitalization for the first letter of the line, European. But I would like to see all the 3 letters. Camel case means what? It should display every word starting letter in the caps letter. So for that, let me select this checkbox. Now here if you see, it is capitalized each letter of the first word. I would say camel case. Now let's click apply. Okay, fine. This promotion name completed. Now let's scroll to the right side. The next thing is we need to split this category and subcategory, okay, with this delimiter. How I can do that? Yes, now you are all perfect for splitting this column. Just simply go to this format, click on this split text. Delimiter is here, not comma. Here if you see here is hyphen, okay, not comma here. Okay, let's put that, and associated code generated. So here highlighted the adding columns and removing column. Let's click on apply. Now let's rename this. Let me rename quickly this. This is category. Rename the column. So let me select this category, subcategory, category. Let me copy this. Associated code generated, and let me click on apply. Next, the thing is subcategory. Let me select rename. Let me select this column, and let me put the category. Now here if you see, already we have a column called category 1. So that's why it is throwing error. Column category already exists. Please choose a different name. Okay. Let me change this to subcategory. Now associated code generated, and this is the adding column and this is the removing column. Let's click on apply. Now see, almost we did 11 cleaning step. Almost we did 11 cleaning steps, and what we will do, whatever the cleaning steps we did, for now we will add this code to the notebook. Later we can perform this mathematical operations like calculating the sales, calculating the profit and all. So now here, so let's say there is a new developer onboarded into my company. He would like to see what happened in the step 2 or else step 3. So when I click here, see, automatically if I scroll to here, so here it is telling that it is splitting this column into these 3 columns, that associated code also displaying. So see, the remaining all the steps are strike out. Okay, this is how you need to go back to the previous steps, and what happened you would get to know that. So let me return to the current step. Okay, so now how I can add this all code to my notebook? Very simple. Here if you see, there is an option, add code to notebook. Just click on this, add code to notebook. See, the code is added to the notebook, and here if you see, code generated by Data Wrangler for pandas data frame. See, here what happened, it is importing the pandas, and it created a function. So in this function, so it returned all the things, and after that it is assigned this df clean data df equal to, so df dot copy. So it is assigning the df clean, okay, and later it is displaying the see every step is commented, so it is easily understandable. Even though if you don't have much knowledge on the Python, see here changing column data type to column type to this one, and splitting the column and renaming the 3 columns and capitalizing the promotion name and splitting the 2 columns and renaming the 2 columns. So everything is ready. So now let's click run. Once the moment I run this, see now our clean data is there. See, everything is splitted, and here promotion name is also capitalized, and category subcategory is also splitted, and here date data type also changed, order date data type also changed. Fine. Okay. Now what is next we are going to do? Just we need to perform some mathematical operations like calculating sales, profit and all. So again let's go to here. Now this time you are seeing 2 data frames. Initially we seen only 1 data type, now 2 data types. Why 2 data types? If you scroll up here, if you see, whatever we did the cleaning steps, that we assigned to a df underscore clean. This is another data frame. So now you can tell me, if I would like to perform mathematical operations, on which data frame should I select? Is this df or df underscore clean? Yes, you are correct. We need to perform on df underscore clean. Let me select this. The moment I select this, now it is opened here. Now let me scroll to this side. The first thing what I will do, this row ID not required. By keeping this, I am not going to do any analysis. First I need to remove this. How I can remove? So under the schema there is a option called drop column. Just select this, and target column you need to select. Let me select row ID. Once if I select row ID, the associated code generated, And here if you see here there is no green color column. Why there is no green color column? Simply here we are removing this. We are not going to add any new column. Okay, let's apply. Now I need to calculate the sales and profit. So first we will calculate the cost. How we will calculate? Order quantity into unit cost. This is cost, and order quantity into price. This is sales. So let's go. Let's see, is there any mathematical operations? Sort and filter schema we don't have. Numeric, there is no multiplication operation. Under formula we don't have. Under format nothing is there. There is no mathematical operation. Find and replace, no. A enrichments, no. So but how we can do that? Now let me tell you, go to the formulas. In the formulas we have one option called create column from formula. Create column from formula. Just select this. So here, that's what I mentioned at the beginning of this video. You should have at least basic knowledge of Python. Like that's why I told you low code or no code. It means you should have at least basic knowledge on the Python language. So first what we are going to calculate? Cost. So let me put the column name cost here. Let me write the formula. df. So this is what our data frame df underscore clean. df underscore clean of unit cost into df underscore clean of order quantity. Then close the bracket. Now let's wait for validation. The code is validated successfully. Now let me scroll to right side. See, there is a new column. Here there is no red color. Why there is no red color? Because we are adding a new column. We are not going to remove anything. That's why here cost, and this cost is calculated. Okay. Now let's click on apply. Fine. Okay. Now how we can calculate the sales order quantity into price? Now let's take one more create column from formula. Let's type sales. Let me go to df underscore clean of price into df underscore clean of order quantity. Okay. So now let it validate. Validated successfully. Let's see. Now this time it is going to create the sales. See, sales. Now let's click on apply. Now sales cost created. So how we can calculate the profit? Very simple. Yes, you are correct. It should be subtraction of sales and cost. If we subtract cost with sales, then we can get the profit. Okay. Now let's take create column from formula. Now this time profit. Okay. Now df of sales minus df of cost. Let's close the bracket. Let it validate. Something validation is failed, code execution failed, sales more, something, there is a issue with the code. That's why it is throwing error. See that apply button. Now I got, actually our data frame is df underscore clean, not df. So let me change this to df underscore clean here and here also. Now let's see. Now the code validated successfully. Now we got the profit also. Here if you see, we got the profit also. Let's click on apply. Okay. So fine. So now once if it is created, now I have profit, sales, cost, order quantity. Now no more required this unit cost and price. So let's remove this. How we can drop that column? Just go to the schema, select drop column. Now what we will do? We will select unit cost and price. Okay, unit cost and price. So the code is validated. Now here if you see this, just we are dropping. That's why there is no green columns. Okay, let's click on apply. Okay, fine. So now just this decimal number is looking bit odd for me. Let me change this round it to 2 decimal points. For that, let me go to the numeric. Let me select round. Let me select the profit and cost. Let me change this to 2 decimal points. Okay, now see here it is changed. Okay, it is changed. Let's associated code generated. So let's click on apply. Now almost cleaning steps completed. Now there is no cleaning steps required. Everything was cleaned and everything was associated code generated and cleaning steps recorded here. Now let's go and add this code to the notebook. Now this code is added, so along with all the comments. And here it is again it is going to create one more data type, but I don't want to create one more data. Let me keep it df underscore clean only. Let me remove underscore 1. So now what it will do, it will override this df underscore clean. Now let's run this cell. Now if I run this cell, see now initially how we have this data. Let me show that to you. See, this is our first copy of data. Now after doing the cleaning, how it was. So now just you can pass this data to your downstreams. I would say your BI developers, they will do a building reports on top of this table and they will present it to your clients. So this is how you can, by using the Data Wrangler, you can clean the data. Okay, now let me recap today what we learned. So let me go to the architectural diagram. Here if you see, today we created a Lakehouse, and under the Lakehouse we uploaded a CSV file called electronic store data, and later we created a notebook and we loaded that CSV file into the notebook. Later, by using the Data Wrangler option, we did some cleaning activities, splitting the text, and later we performed some mathematical operations also. So this is how it will helpful. It is very, very helpful, and that's why I mentioned it is a low code, no code approach. So those who are like, let's say for example, they have basic knowledge on Python. By using this, you can perform the operations. Also, you can learn how it is generating the code. It is a kind of a like self-learning the coding. And also, I'll tell you one fun fact. So actually, I'm seeing this Data Wrangler user interface. I'm remembering one thing, Power Query Editor. So in future, maybe all people will call Data Wrangler is a sibling of a Power Query Editor, like a younger brother. So it has the similar facilities. And see, now let's see what are the limitations. If you see, currently do we have to join the two operations? No, there is no. If we want to join two data frames, there is no ready-made option. You need to go with the custom operations. And let's see what are the limitations available here. So here, see, these are what are the operations support here. See, these are the operations as of now supported for this data wrangling. Okay, so let me share this link in this video description. You please go through with this. So I hope you all will like this video. Please like, share, comment Next Gen Data Aspirants Community YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching this video. We'll meet you another interesting video. Thank you all.